Previously on Use Your Imagination. And then you came back. You came back, and his love stood right beside you, and that hope came flooding back as if you'd broken the glass of an aquarium and the water came rushing out. His love was there, and his hope was back, right next to the pool of courage that had filled in his heart once the misery had gone away. Taro's name is Dougal. The Prince of Claws, well, we don't actually have a real name for him. No one knows his real name. We only call him Prince of Claws because that's the title he gave us.
What about the Pied Piper?
Her name is Oz.
Reprimand, whatever his name is, their name is.
His name is Mavek Dayweaver. The Archmage is Silgwyn. She's the headmistress of Hollowhaven University. The Archpriest is a man known as Fathom. The twin devils are... His voice stops suddenly, and the way he looks now, it doesn't seem to be with his permission. The twin devils... He tries again, but once more, his voice stops. He keeps trying, again and again, but each time, his voice sounds even more choked on its own words. You do find, some records of a group known as the Order of the Raven's Mask. It's pretty well hidden, but it appears that the Order of the Raven's Mask was a order of monks dedicated to the Raven Queen. And that, as far as records indicate, they completely fell off the face of the earth after the war. There were plenty of mentions of them in a historical context of like people encountering them or talking to people who were part of it before the war. But everything after is just like academic papers of people fascinated by them or like conspiracy theories about what happened to them because they are just gone. So, last time we left off, the four of you, along with your new companions, had just gotten back to the Lakeside Inn and Tavern after your journey to facilitate a gay reunion and collect some vital information about the Generals of Undeath, finding out about some of the identities, along with a strange and unknown force that seemed to be preventing Craven and Jorah from revealing the identities of those who seemed to lead the group. After coming back, you ventured to the Temple of the Knowing Mistress in Sage Lake to investigate a few leads, learning new information about the world around you. We are going to open as you guys are awaking the next morning, I think.
All right.
And I'll open up the session to you guys to make plans or go get breakfast or whatever you want to do.
All right, so I think we're probably sitting in the dining room, and Kai looks at Teth and goes, "You think they serve brunch? I'm feeling in a brunchy mood. Maybe a mimosa."
What's brunch?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's imagine like the most beautiful combination of breakfast and lunch you could want. So like it's acceptable to drink in the afternoon, but you could also enjoy like a plate of eggs and potatoes and sausage.
Is that not acceptable to eat a plate of eggs and potatoes and sausage and also drink in the afternoon?
Well, I mean, I guess you would kind of consider them to be separate things. Like, after you wouldn't like if you were drinking at like 9 a.m, someone would be like, "You have a problem." But if you're saying, "Oh, it's a brunch," then they're like, okay, this is a functioning adult that does functioning adult things and is not an alcoholic.
And we are functioning adults. Let's go get brunch.
Day drinking.
Yeah, I mean, at the very extent of the word, yes, we are functioning adults.
I love this start. This is a great start to the session.
So how did you ladies sleep? Was it pleasant dreams?
I slept best I could.
That's all that I could ask for. And then Kai's gonna walk up to the bartender and be like, so, do you serve brunch here? Any brunch specials? Maybe?
I mean, I guess I could give you food. I don't know that the time of day matters that much.
All right. For me and my companions, I think, do you have any specials? Like any deals for, like 4 for 1 or like kids eat free?
Kai, none of us here are kids.
No, shh, Teth, be quiet. Just slouch.
Definitely
Slouch
a child.
Really
Tess is
tall
definitely a child.
Okay, yeah, I slouch as much as I can. And I'm like, I am a child.
Hold on, I'm laughing. Okay, hold on. I don't actually remember. Food cost. I have to see in my chart if there's like a menu in here or something. Common meal and in prices. Maybe this will do something for you. Okay. Typical breakfast options. Oh, there's an omelet on here.
Oh, yeah!
An omelet your way. They have an omelet bar in this tavern.
Yes! So
Criminally
fancy.
run tavern.
They have a 24/7 omelet bar.
Ah!
They wheel it out in the morning.
This is a fancy tavern.
It really isn't. It's actually the worst tavern in town, but you know what?
Oh,
They got a
shoot.
nice omelet bar.
Yeah. It's their one redeeming quality.
Bacon and egg sandwich.
Ooh.
Bacon stuffed bread.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Or the commoner breakfast, you have 4 options. Meat stick, roasted locusts, cheese omelet, or ham and cheese on rye.
Meat stick.
Meat
Did
stick.
you say roasted locusts?
Yes, and the meat is in quotations, by the way.
Oh, God. All right.
For the noble breakfast, you have 4 options. Frittata and herbs, bacon and owlbear eggs, boar ham, steak and eggs, and truffle omelet.
Ooh.
Whoever made this chart really loved their omelets.
Omelets are good, though.
Yeah.
Peak breakfast food.
Okay.
Yep.
So are you guys gonna get a round of omelets?
Yeah, I think
Sure.
a round,
And
a
I don't
round of
know how
omelets.
much a mimosa would cost.
I'll just, if you don't have a mimosa, a pitch of sangria would be wonderful. For the table, for the ladies.
Okay.
It's like a bunch of
know,
middle-aged
like, what
white
amount of
moms getting
copper
together.
Yeah.
Is this what happens when the cast members of Criminal Minds go out in the morning before they go solve a case?
Yeah, this is exactly what happens on the
and
plane.
omelets.
Yeah, JJ's
They
like, hey,
have-
before we get on the plane, can we stop at Waffle House?
And we also need to get... Oh, that'd be so funny if they just had an omelet bar on the plane for them.
Can't believe the American government pays for waffle or omelet bars on the planes. It's just a waste of tax dollars.
Well, that's the only thing I would condone. Like, that's the only thing I want my tax dollars to go towards.
Omelet bars on every plane. All right.
It's like, what's that one like famous person who has a Starbucks in their house?
What?
Oh, what?
Who? Who are you referring
I don't know. I don't remember who it is.
Wait, I'm
A
looking
really
this
famous
up.
person, like Kanye or something.
I think we have descended into madness.
Yeah,
We have
I
gotten
think that might be the
very
case.
off topic.
We're
Tyrese
8 minutes in and we're
Gibson.
talking about
we're just role
Starbucks
playing
now.
now. This is all happening in universe.
It's Tyrese
You've
Gibson.
just created a
That's
new
what Google said.
place called Starbucks in this fantasy world.
Fantasy Starbucks.
Fantasy Starbucks.
Fantasy Starbucks, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So I guess over breakfast, let's discuss our plans for the day. So, and I'm saying this in character now. I feel like I float in and out of my character accent, but so for today, I figured I would go to the local god and ask them about if they have any cold cases, to see if we can get any leads on. Wow, brain fart. Okay. Whoa. Tarot, yeah. So maybe I don't need the sangria this morning. I'll just stay off of that one.
Ooh, do we know what type of person that tarot goes after?
Oh, that would be really good. I guess we could ask.
Because then we could
Raven.
disguise ourselves at one of them and like set up
Oh,
a thing, and then we
yeah.
could be like, "Hello, I am here. I'm just out to get murdered." And the tarot will come and try to murder one of us, and then the others will be like, "Aha, we're also here."
Like when you try to catch a rabbit by dressing up like a really hot female rabbit.
Yes,
and, like,
that's
get it to walk
exactly-
towards you.
Yes,
Okay,
All right.
exactly
so
that.
hold on.
Hattie is downing her
Hold on.
sangria. Just.
Hold on. So I will not be revealing any information about tarot right now. However, I will tell you right now that is not going to work. The plan of you ambushing the serial killer is not going to work. Especially if you don't know where he is.
No.
We'll be like just around.
Yeah.
This continent is pretty big, so
Oh, shoot.
around can mean anything. Around could mean he's on the other side of the continent.
True. Yeah. I guess we're just gonna have to do this in every single city, every single
man.
town, because
Every-
there's no other possible
Yeah, that shouldn't be
way.
difficult.
We have spells.
You better have a lot of disguise kits and really good spellcasting.
Yeah. Or we can just hope and pray that like one of us is like the exact type of person he would try to murder.
Yeah.
Hattie's downing her sangria.
At this point, she's got the pitcher up to her mouth.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
You know that Hattie is acting very nervous right now.
Hattie dear, take it easy. I mean, the picture was a nice gesture, but I'm not gonna buy a second one.
Sorry. I need this right now.
Okay. I mean, it's. I don't know. I understand. I've been there before. Had a rough night. All right. So wait, is that a no on asking Craven for like hot tarot tips? That was a terrible sentence.
Yes, it was.
I think he already told us all he knows, and
All he knows. Okay.
we have Alyssa
Yeah, if we
here
want to know more, we
anyways.
should go to the guard.
Okay.
Because the guard will probably know, since they should be the ones who are trying to find him. Like if he has a preference for victims,
Okay.
if he has a type,
Okay.
and also
So-
hopefully where he was last seen.
Alright, as the four of you are sitting at this table in the main dining hall of the tavern, you hear a bunch of commotion, shuffling coming from the stairwell. And after a moment, you watch as Alyssa and her crew are making their way into the space. Each of them look packed for something, for what, you're not entirely sure at the moment. And they kind of continue walking, aimed in the direction of the front doors. And for a moment, Alyssa pauses and she notices you guys sitting there making whatever plans you are and chugging sangria. And she stops to turn to you. We're about to head out. Think you could send a message over to Craven for me? I don't have the time.
Who has the book?
Got
I think
the
Hattie has
journal.
the book.
I have
Yes.
the journal. I also have ascending spell too.
Okay. Are you gonna respond to her, or are you just gonna pull out the book and look at her?
Yes. Like, what do you want me to tell him? Yeah.
Tell him we might have a lead on what's preventing him from confirming the identities of the twin devils. We're headed out to follow that lead. Going down
What's the lead?
going down to Fell Run for a little bit to look at some information that hopefully will be there. And that's kind of the message. And then she turns to you, Lezeth, who interrupted her while she was talking, and she says, "Well, the effects of the whatever's happening to him resembled this really old spell from the guild. That does something similar, preventing people from giving their witness testimonies, essentially. We stopped using it because, as you can probably imagine, that could do some harm in bad people's hands. But the only problem is that nobody knows how to reverse it, since it's so old and the person who created it didn't actually create a cure for it. So we're gonna go down to Oakenheart and see if they have any notes or information on anything that we could do to get that reversed. We're gonna be gone for quite a bit. We can't teleport down there, so we're taking airship.
Well, I wish you luck on your travels. And I hope you find something.
Hope we do too.
I hope you find a place with an omelet bar as good as this one.
I have some spells. I'll send messages on occasion. And we have the books to Craven and stuff, so we'll keep in contact.
Good to hear. All right. In the meantime, I know there's not a lot of getting around the guild without me around, since you're not actually a part of the guild. In lieu of that, and she pulls out this medallion on a leather cord. And on this medallion, as she kind of hands it over to whoever wants to take it, you see you see a symbol carved into the metal. I'm gonna send you the symbol real quick.
Ooh.
That's my guild sigil. Guild has a lot of resources spread throughout the continent. Taverns, inns, businesses that'll help if you need it. If you show them that sigil, they'll know you're working with me and that you can be trusted. So, before I go, I want to be on the same page with all of you about what you're doing, what you're going to be doing during this. So, what's the plan, I guess, before we set out?
Hunting down Tarot, I think.
Yeah, so we're kind of going by the seat of our pants on that one. We don't really have much information, so we figured we were gonna go to the god of this town and ask if they had any information on recent cold cases, and then I guess go from there.
Well, you're gonna have a bit of a hard time looking for cold case records with the guards.
Oh,
They don't keep them at the barracks or anything like that.
Where do they keep
Yeah.
them?
mm-hmm.
The city's records office. The only problem is they're not public records. However, now that I think about it, I have a friend who works over at the city's records office. They help out with information when we need it. You've got that sigil. You can put it to use. Ask for a person named Arbellis. They should be able to get you the information you need.
Okay. Thank you.
Sick.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And
Oh, thank you.
that's how you spell their name.
Oh, I was so close.
I thought there was a G in there for some reason.
And shortly after she finishes speaking, she kind of follows the rest of her companions outside of the tavern, off to her airship travels.
I want to
Wave
go on an
goodbye.
airship. That's me saying that. That's not Kai. I just genuinely think that would be cool.
That would be really cool. Also, I was thinking we were gonna have to heist and get these records.
That's what I was hoping
I was
for,
like
too.
all ready for a heist.
That would
Me
have been
too.
such a disaster.
Just did a heist.
The last one you almost
but,
killed
like-
me.
Heist 2.
Heist 2, but this time I'm on Lezeth's team.
Oh god.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Oh.
Well, where are you
Let's
going?
go off to the city records office. I guess, do you all want to split up? I mean, I don't really think we have any other leads than this one. I guess maybe two of us could go to the barracks and ask if they've seen anything weird lately. I don't know if that, like, getting some info from people who are actually out, like, on the town versus, like, bureaucrats would be good.
Well, here's an idea. So the cold cases are like files of actual cases are at the records office.
Mhm.
But I still want to go to the actual guards and ask them, I guess, rumors of like where Taro has last been seen, which
Would
city.
they know him? Like,
I'm
You won't know
sure
until you ask.
He seems
Yeah.
like an infamous serial killer. I'd be surprised if they didn't know at least a little bit about.
Yeah, maybe one of them is
The
like one
name.
of those girls that like really like serial killers, like really like serial killers.
I have to imagine that they're on the lookout for him if he's such a known, infamous serial killer.
It's true.
well, who likes
I
reading?
don't know. They might not
I
have
know
any
I do.
information on where he was last seen.
I know Hattie likes reading. Kai,
I can do some reading.
yeah, Kai could probably go too.
no.
He would have similar clerical knowledge as Hattie. Actually, wait, let me check my stats before I say that. Because oh no, he's pretty good in intelligence and wisdom. And he's got
Yeah.
some charisma if he needs to schmooze his way.
Oh, Hattie has a -1 in charisma.
Oh, great.
I
Okay.
have lots of charisma.
So we'll send.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, how about this? Teth and Lezeth should go with the guards, and then Hattie and Kai will go with the
That makes
records.
sense.
Yeah.
And then together we'll each have a charismatic person on each team.
I was gonna say, why are we comparing charisma? Because mine's -2.
Oh,
As a modifier. I have a modifier of -2 for charisma, so
But do you have wisdom and like intelligence and stuff?
yes, perception very high, wisdom. Wisdom's fucking 20 with a +5.
Oh, oh, yeah, you're.
Sick.
Charisma is 6 with a -2.
Yeah, my charisma saving throw modifier is like +6, so we vibing.
Okay. Yeah. So we got one charismatic, one smart person at least
Yeah.
on each
All right.
side.
Let's bounce.
And split.
yeah, split! Yay, split!
Oh shoot! Wait, are Kai and Teth still wearing their booty shorts? Because if so,
Only
splitting
if
them
you
up.
want to be.
Yeah. So now Kai just is wearing booty shorts that just say double on the back, and no one knows
Yep.
what that means.
I imagine that Kai doesn't notice until they've already parted. And
Damn it!
Oh no!
I should have
I'm
put
not
on my
gonna say
tunic.
anything.
Just
Lezeth isn't
tie
gonna
your
say a
jacket
damn
around your
thing.
waist.
His long coat, his long floor-length coat. You want him to tie that around his waist and have it drag
know what
2
your
feet
coat
behind
looks
him on the floor.
It's not like a hoodie.
All right.
Right. So, remind me again who's going with who?
Kai
Lezeth
and
and
Hattie, Teth
Yeah.
and Lezeth. Yeah.
Lezeth and Teth.
Hey, Kai
And we're
Ryan.
going where?
You're gonna ask the
Guards.
guards.
About, like, if they have any info on.
Yeah, if they've seen anything funky.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys remember that when you're looking through the cases, try to establish a pattern if you can.
Okay.
The type of victim that tarot usually goes for.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's like older men or younger women, or if there is no preference whatsoever. Any information. And possibly, I want to know where he was last seen, or like where the last body was found, what city. But I think the records office is only going to have cases that happened in Sage Lake.
Yes, and the guards will only have that information too.
Shoot.
If anything,
Alright.
it'll only
Unless
be
they hear
Sage
like
Lake.
rumors or something from somewhere
I
else.
might have heard rumors or something. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that we get lucky and that he's active in the area. Because if not, we're gonna have to take that month ride back to Delmount.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're gonna have to spend months driving around to every city checking their
Oh,
records and
God.
asking the guards where he is. Which is not going to be fun.
Yeah.
We still have horses. I forgot about that.
Oh shoot.
Don't you still have that robe of many items or whatever it's
Yes!
called?
With the
and you have
horse,
a
so we
horse
still bought
patch
a
on
horse.
it?
I don't even
Yeah.
remember. We
Yeah.
named the horse something stupid too.
Master Blaster.
Master
Blaster,
Blaster.
and then there was another one.
There was another one. I
the other guy.
I don't remember his name.
Master Blaster was the
God,
first one
it's
that
in my
we
notes.
happened to have at the tower. That was part of
Yeah.
whoever came here in a cart.
that was me.
I think, yeah, I thought that was.
I only remember Master Blaster because he's the one that got traumatized walking up the steps to the temple.
Oh, yeah.
Worst decision we ever made.
Yeah.
Traumatized that horse.
Guardian. I didn't write it down. It's fine. It's fine.
I can just name him again, I guess.
Yeah, Charles.
Charles and Master Blaster. What a pair.
We chose such classic horse names for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kentucky Derby style names.
Yeah.
All
Find
right.
the name also.
So who wants to go first? Do we want to do?
Oh, shit.
You want to flip a coin or?
Yeah.
No, before we leave, I'm going to take the medallion that I grabbed from
Oh.
Elise out of my pocket and hand it over to Kai.
Oh, do
Hattie.
we each have a medallion, or is it just one?
It's just the one.
It's just one.
Okay,
so I'm
okay,
going to hand it
cool.
over to Kai since he's the one
Yeah.
going to the records office.
I'll put it around my neck with my arcane focus, and I got 2 necklaces. Right, let's go.
Okay.
Also, before we continue, just letting you guys know, something is happening with my Discord, and so I'm missing about a third of what is saying. So I'm going to be a tiny bit more lost
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
than normal.
Well, let's let. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm like pretty sure I know what's happening.
I guess in that case, to give you some time to figure that out, let's do the city records office thing first with me and Hattie.
Oh, I
Okay.
found the horse's name.
Okay.
It's Real Quiet.
That's vital
Real quiet.
information.
There we go. Real Quiet and Master Blaster.
Okay.
Who knows why?
I had to find it because I would not stop thinking about it otherwise.
All right. So, the 2 of you make your way into the government district of the city, where you find the city records office. It's what you would imagine a traditional government building looking like. Very, very clean and boring for the most part. And you walk in through the front door, and it looks pretty much what you would expect it to look like on the inside. And in the front, there's kind of this receptionist's desk, sort of. There's a person sitting at it. They are kind of slender with kind of medium dark brown skin, and kind of black hair kind of pulled into a braid. And they're just sitting there. They have like a ledger in front of them, and they kind of perk up as you come in. Can I help you with something? You have an appointment or something like that?
No, but we are looking for an Arbelis, and then I'm gonna put the medallion on the table and just kind of like slide it over and do like a wink wink, nudge nudge little thing.
They slide it back, and they're like, oh, okay, Arbelis, I'll go get him. Just stay right here, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
And then they go back into this door behind them, and it takes a good few minutes before they come back up. There's a second person falling behind them. Arbelis is a little bit shorter, half-elven individual, kind of heavy-set with dark brown skin, and their hair is black and kind of slicked back a little bit, like an undercut and everything, with brown eyes. Can I help you with something?
Yes. So me and my compatriot here, we are wondering if we could look through some files on any of your cold cases, like murder-style cases, if that's possible. And then I do the same little wink, wink, nudge, nudge, slide the medallion across the table, but like maybe a little bit more pointed, like I'm like, like right here.
So they look down at it, and their eyes kind of widen for a second with a little bit of understanding. And they like slide it back over to you. Like, okay, calm down, weirdo. And before they can speak, the other person standing next to them goes to say something like, hold, and then Arbelis kind of cuts in. Delaney, take care of what you need to take care of. Go back to your business. I'll take care of this. And they kind of come around and are gonna let you guys in through the door. Follow me. I'll take you to where you need to go.
Thank you. See you, Delaney.
And they lead you into this staircase, this like stairwell going down. The main room that you kind of enter in through at the beginning is kind of just this big open space with shelves and filing cabinets, or whatever fantasy filing cabinets look like, and it's just got like a bunch of folders and papers, and it's kind of all this stuff. And then they lead you down into the staircase, and then as they're walking, they kind of turn back to the two of you. The friends of Elysius?
Recent friends. Just met recently. We're helping them out with problem. Yeah.
All right. What is it that you need from me? Anything that I can look up when we get down here? I prefer to handle the files myself. Don't really want random people wandering in.
Yeah, I've got like omelet on my fingers, so I'll let you touch all the paperwork.
Did you not wash your hands? Wait,
No.
oh, wait.
Is Kai
Hold
just
on.
walking
Hold on.
around with egg on his fingers?
No, that's not what I want to bring up. The fact that you were eating the omelet with your hands is what
I'm sorry. I probably peaked my audio, and I just wanted to say something funny. I didn't think about the implications that had.
Kai really just decided to shovel the omelet.
He makes this whole show of like ordering fancy food, and then he just tosses the silverware over his shoulder and unhinges his jaw like a python, and just picks up the omelet and eats it.
How violently do you have to be eating that omelet to get so much stuff on your fingers that it becomes a problem?
I don't know. I was just thinking about the comedy. Oh my god. Well, okay. Okay. Whew, I'm in character. I'm very suave. Okay.
Sure.
We're looking for any cold cases that, I guess, if the murder victim was left with a tarot card by the body, or just, I guess, all of your cold murder cases, if you have any of those.
All right. That's a little weird. Do you want the weird stuff? I can give you the weird stuff.
I mean, I guess the weird stuff sounds
weird
exciting
stuffs.
a little bit.
The
I
weird
guess
stuff, probably.
Yeah, the weird stuff. Let's do that.
All right. I know the weird stuff. It's my favorite stuff to read down here when no one's looking.
Yes. All right.
I lead you into this. It's a bit smaller than the room upstairs, but it's still filled almost to the brim with just like folders and papers and stuff like that. Just shelves everywhere. And they lead you further into the room, and there's a table in the center of the room. You get the feeling people are probably in here long enough and often enough that they need a table to sit down at to review files. And they come and kind of lead you to that table. If you'll sit down here for a second, I'll get you what you need. So, I'll let you sit down for a second, and then they start flitting around the room, and they come back with about, I would say about five different folders. Some of them are kind of thick, others not so much. And they just kind of set them on the table for your enjoyment.
Hattie will take the thicker ones because she can read faster.
Yeah.
Okay. She's one of those people that can skim real good.
Okay.
Yeah, speed reader. Wish that was me. All right. So I guess, do we need to roll anything for?
I'm not gonna make you because they just gave you.
Yeah, like all the stuff.
Because they know this place kind of inside out.
That's
out,
good.
So they're like,
Okay,
you
search.
know where all the weird stuff is.
Yeah.
Search the files.
Okay. Do you want to start with the thickest one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So this case file it actually has a name. It almost like it has like a reputation. It has a name. The name of this file is the Ashglade Family Massacre. So within this file, you discover that about 2 years ago, I would say, over the course of a couple of weeks, the entire Ashglade family, a total of 6 people, were found dead under strange circumstances. And due to the nature of the body of the final victim, it was believed to be the work of a serial killer. And as of this moment, at this time, there are no leads as to who this killer could have been. A couple of notes on this file. One, the bodies went missing shortly after the death of the final victim and have not been found. So obviously no further investigation is possible. And also, one of the investigators noted, although this was not pursued too far because of extenuating circumstances, the deaths of these people lined up with a traveling carnival known as Circus Enigma passing through town, but they were gone before any real questions could be asked. And you look through the victim names, and it well and truly is an entire family that was killed over the course of a couple of weeks. 2 daughters, 2 sons, a husband and wife, all dead. And the last victim is the most intriguing. She was the mother of the family, and her body was found sitting on a chair on her front stoop early in the morning. Her head had been decapitated and was held between her hands in her lap. A tarot card, the death card, was found sticking out of her mouth.
Perfect. I mean, not perfect.
How-
This is a murder, but
How did the other people die, though? Is it stated in the file?
I didn't come up with those, so please don't.
Oh, okay.
let's just assume that they were
have
like
to-
stabbed or something, because they would probably need a sharp object to decapitate
I
a
mean-
head.
Well, okay, so a lot of the other people who were killed during this case, some of them looked like accidents, and others looked terribly gruesome.
Okay, cool.
There is no like consistent, method, but it does seem like, based on what happened to the last victim, that something was going on. It can't be a coincidence that 6 people died over 2 weeks' time.
What was the
Altogether.
circus's name again?
Circus Enigma.
Okay.
Okay, which file do you want next?
What's the smallest one?
The smallest one is I'm trying to decide which one is the smallest one. The smallest one I would probably say is about 3 years ago. There was a man discovered near the harbor, and his body had been gnawed on by some kind of animal. He was completely unidentifiable because the animals had just eaten all of his skin, essentially. And upon investigating it, the bones did indicate animal bites, animal teeth marks, and enough of them in such high quantities all over the body that people investigating it were led to believe that maybe this was a swarm of smaller animals kind of piling on top of the person. The people who were investigating it, it's noted in the file that they closed the case because they didn't know where to go after they found the body and did an autopsy on it, because there was no evidence. There were no animals around when the body was found, and you can't identify the guy. So where did they go from there? They were just confused, so they closed the case.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
sad.
after
My parents have seen
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Can you
Both
tell
my
I've watched
parents
a lot
worked
of
in the
bones?
medical field.
yeah,
Okay, which one do you want next?
Dude.
all right. I guess Kyle just reach in and pick another one out at random.
Okay, so this one is not as gruesome as the other ones. This doesn't involve a murder. But about a year ago, a local noble named Dane Drake reported a theft of a precious and rare gemstone from his manor, stating that he had witnessed a small figure in his home running away before disappearing in a flash of light. No leads on this could be found. And the only thing left behind were some faint scratches on the floor that might have indicated the use of teleportation circle of some kind, but of course there was nothing substantial to follow up on. To you, that sounds like Elysia Nevermore. Sounds like something she would do. Disappear in a flash of light.
Yeah, it's a funky little gremlin just hanging out,
Yeah, pretty
stealing
much.
jewels.
Okay, which one? Just one at random?
Yeah, another random one.
There's two
Okay,
left.
I mean, there
so
are
just
only
random.
2 files left, but okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We each take one.
So,
there you go.
So this one is more recent than the other ones. About 3 months ago, a report came in of a naval battle just along the northeastern coast of the city. According to official investigators, the battle was held between ships from a Dayweaver armada and a lone pirate vessel. Afterward, the bodies of the fallen were recovered from the water for further investigation and identification by the Sage Lake Investigative Agency. Before any investigation could be held, however, the bodies were discovered to be missing shortly after the completion of the recovery efforts. There are no leads at this time.
Oh. That.
Okay,
All right.
Oh.
and now
And last one?
for the last one. So, about 2 years ago, a man named Arvin Roundtree, and I'll give the spelling here in a second, was found dead outside of the Bloody Bee Inn, where he had been the victor of the fighting tournament there that they held every other night. He was found beaten to a bloody pulp with a tarot card, the Sun card, in one of his pockets. According to people who knew him from the bar, he had very few connections within the city, and shortly after his body was collected for full investigation, following the pattern, the corpse went missing, stopping the investigation completely.
All right. And then body went missing.
And if you want the spelling for his name, I can send that to you.
All right. Yeah, that would be helpful. Okay, I was close.
I didn't even try and spell it. Come on. There we go.
All right, so Kai is going to turn to Hattie and be like, so it looks like the trend of the bodies going missing is kind of a big one. I think I don't want to point fingers, but the case with the man discovered by the harbor, I think we can rule that one out.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem... I mean, I have my suspicions, but I don't think that... I don't want to attribute that to anyone yet. The two ones I think that are most important to look at are Arvin Roundtree's case and then the Ashglade family case.
That seems to be the case. And then
all right.
The pirate ship sunk?
That one I think we could ask Teth about. I mean, even if she wasn't involved, it might be helpful to her. But like if maybe she knows something about something similar.
But I think we know where the bodies disappeared to.
Yeah, I think that we know that Tarot is a necromancer and gives bodies. Do we know if any of the cards were like the position they were found in, like if they were reversed or if they were just standing up?
So the death card found on Guinevere Ashglade was reverse.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Sun card wasn't. It was just found in his pocket.
Okay. So, do I have a reason to know what tarot cards mean, or should I do like a wisdom or intelligence check on that?
Well, I as the DM have to do an intelligence check on that because I don't remember what tarot cards mean.
Oh, I have that.
I do.
I have that up right now.
Okay. I mean, I guess, would that have been something that you would have looked at?
I guess
in the past?
I'm only asking just because I think maybe I have not like a hunch, but I'm wondering if if the tarot card is placed on them in a certain way, whether it's like upright or reversed, would that mean like the reason why he killed them? It seems really stupid now that I'm saying it out loud, but I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could roll for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll roll.
I can tell you if you want to know. Like, if you roll well enough. Yeah. If you tell me, if the DM tells me I can tell you, I'll tell you.
That's fine. If Hattie has information about it, then you can tell Kai.
Yeah, so...
No, I mean, like, Hattie doesn't understand anything about tarot.
Oh, okay.
I do, personally.
Okay. I'll do a history check, because that seems like something that would be used in history. All right.
Okay.
Don't fail me now, virtual D20. Ooh, an 18. Okay. It's a dirty 18, though. So, it looks like, since the death card was reversed, that would mean, like, resistance to change, or, like, purging of the inner self, like removing things that, or not removing things that you didn't like about yourself. But then if this... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there was a huge cutout. It was like,
Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, I hope my Wi-Fi isn't doing anything funky right now. But I'll repeat that. So it looks like the death card that was found reversed. That usually means resistance to change. What I can remember about tarot. The
Yeah.
sun, since it was found in his pocket, I don't think it was placed in any particular way. But it just, I guess that one relates to positivity. So yeah,
Like vitality and stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm saying this out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is, as a champion fighter, that would be.
All right.
But
Mm-hmm.
I think we've gotten what we've needed,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, and I think it would be better if we got together and did a whole discussion before we start trying to figure stuff out. Can we go over the dates one more time on everything that happened? All the different files, just because I think I forgot to write those down.
Ashblade was 2
okay.
years ago. Swarms 3 years ago. 3 months ago was the ship, and I didn't get the champion one.
Bloody Bee in right. That was 2 years ago.
Okay.
All right, and then what was the robbery? I'm just gonna rule that one out altogether.
that was
Yeah.
a year ago.
Yeah, a year.
Yeah,
But yeah,
ago.
that doesn't seem important.
I'm gonna the discovery with the being gnawed by animals. That was that 3 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 years.
And then the Ashglade family murder. How long ago was that one?
2
Or-
years
2 years
ago.
ago.
2 years ago.
So both murders pertaining to tarot were 2 years ago.
And the Ashglade family massacre lined up with a traveling carnival called Circus Enigma. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
underline that.
Okay, does the name Circus Enigma, like, do I remember that at all? Or did I have any knowledge of it?
From your experience with tarot previously, no, that name does not sound familiar.
Okay, so it came after,
Mm-hmm.
probably. If it is connected.
All right. Okay, so I guess is that all we want to do here?
I think so.
All right then.
Well, thank you. What's your name? Arbellis, for all
Yeah.
your help.
Thank you for letting us look at the weird stuff.
My pleasure. And they start leading you back up into the the entrance and set you on your way.
Alrighty.
Now to the other two.
Yep, not the
Yep.
other two. Alright. We make our way to guard
The
barracks.
guards.
Yep, the barracks.
They
There they
Uh,
are.
The barracks. We go there.
They do kind of have a little area of the city where a lot of them hang out quite a bit. So you guys make your way over there.
So just to like fast travel through it, like I went up to a guard, I asked if I could meet with their superior. I asked them if they knew anything about the serial killer Tarot, and they said no.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I think they would probably stop you at Superior because you are a stranger coming up to them in the middle
Yeah, we
of the
don't
day.
have
Well, I would've done more
the
explaining than
medallion
that.
thingy.
Oh yeah.
So we wouldn't have any like proof that we were like people who should.
But that's the
No, but I
that's
would
the
have done
thieves
more.
guild.
I would have done more explaining
Thieves
than that.
Guild are
I
a
would
bunch
have
of
told them that
criminals.
we were looking for someone. We were looking for information on a specific criminal. Do they know anything about Tarot?
Okay. You know what I'm gonna have you do?
What?
In order to get through this interaction of them letting you see their superior, I'm gonna have you roll to see if you can convince them.
Okay. I mean, if the answer's still like no, they know absolutely nothing about the serial killer Tarot, then we just fly right through this.
I mean, yeah.
What was that? Persuasion?
Yeah.
Well, it's a -2, but I rolled pretty well. 15.
Okay, I think at that point they just don't care enough to like stop you. You seemed to do a good job of convincing them, so they let you through. So I guess you talked to their superior about it, and he doesn't know anything about anyone named Taro.
Alright, well, at that point
Okay.
I might waffle on a bit more about, are you sure you don't know anything? Tarot cards left next to a body.
I mean, I've heard about those cases, but I don't... But they're inconclusive cases for a reason.
No rumors about a serial killer named Taro.
Not that I can remember.
Huh, he must not be that well known then. Thank you for your time.
Sure thing.
I won't bother you anymore. Well, that was a dead end, wasn't it, Teth?
That was, yes.
Let's see if the others fared any better.
Yeah, hopefully they got more information than we did.
We probably
Okay.
hang out in the inn for like a good 10-20 minutes waiting for them to get back.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
Lezeth...
We're having a good old time. Guys,
Okay,
just-
so as you guys are making your way back, Lezeth, I have something for you. Lezeth, as you are walking back with Teth, you kind of begin to feel a little strange. There's this pressure pushing down on your shoulders. It's one that you recognize pretty well. And then you look around, and the world begins to slow down. Everything stops for a moment and then suddenly speeds up, like it's fast forwarding. And then time slows once more, and this time it's a normal pace. You and Teth are now a few feet away from where you were before, like you've been walking. And your focus, however, is drawn to a man walking in front of you. He's a few feet ahead, holding hands with someone as they walk, and you watch them for a second before that normalcy is interrupted. The man, something happens, and his shoe catches the ground in a weird way. He pitches forward, tripping and toppling to the ground. As he makes impact, the world begins to slow down, slower and slower, before it's going so slow that time begins to reverse. And it does. You feel yourself walking backwards. You blink, and then you're back. You and Teth keep walking for a moment, and again, your mind is focused on this man, and you note him again. You watch moment for moment as he trips again, except this time goes on. His partner lets go of his hand as he hits the ground. People around you stop to observe the scene, the interruption. His partner laughs before offering a hand to pull him up, and then brushes the dirt from his shirt before pecking him on the cheek and taking his hand once more. And they keep walking. And so do you.
I don't actually. I stop right there in the middle of the street because what the fuck just happened? I look at Teth.
Yeah, are you okay?
So,
Like,
you know how you said you saw strings?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just had a similar thing happen. Only...
You saw strings too?
No, I saw that man ahead of us trip.
Yeah, I saw that. I was also there. I saw that too.
No. I was walking with you, right? We were just
Yes.
walking. And then it was like everything slowed down, and then sped up, and then slowed down, and then like he was there in front of me, and he caught his shoe on the pavement or whatever, and he tripped, and then it was like everything reversed, and I was back walking with you, and then we were walking, and he tripped again. Like I saw it before it happened, or I had a premonition of it happening.
That's whack.
Yeah. Okay.
Seems pretty cool though, unless you can only predict people tripping.
Yeah.
That would not be very cool.
No, that wouldn't.
You
Okay,
sound like a preschooler talking about superpowers.
Okay, let's keep going.
You should let me know if I'm about to trip, though.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. You guys go back to the inn. To that beautiful conversation.
All right, so I guess we meet back up at the inn. And I figure there's no use in like being coy about it, so Kai will just tell them exactly what he saw, and I will not repeat that because the audience just listened to it.
Yeah.
And I wrote it all down, so we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
what are we gonna do about this?
I mean, I think our biggest lead is that carnival, because the two events that happened were within the same 2 years, and that carnival came and went around the time that the things went missing. I'm like trying to be not talking about like dead bodies in the middle of this restaurant or tavern. When everything went missing, that was when the carnival left.
It seems the most reasonable lead, but besides that, just for a moment, Teth, when did your ship sink?
It was about 3 months ago.
About 3 months ago.
Oh.
That was when you washed up. It was a month between you sitting in Sage Lake before you traveled over to
Yeah, I couldn't remember how
tower
much
and then
time
died.
had passed. Why? What?
Kai, you might want to take this one.
Oh God, no! Don't make me. Okay. So we found some information on a cold case in Sage Lake. I know you're sitting down, but maybe get up and then make sure you're sitting down again. But
Okay.
I shouldn't joke about this. We learned that there was a naval battle here 3 months ago between the Dayweaver Armada and a single pirate ship, and the survivors the bodies of that pirate ship went missing.
Well, they were taken and then went missing.
Yeah, they were found not alive, and then they were missing.
What?
The Dayweaver guy probably took them.
Yeah, or Taro, because he's like a body dealer.
What? But I mean,
So
we're
it
all
was
giving the
Dayweaver
bodies to
who
the
destroyed
Twin Devils.
Teth's ship.
Ye- Yeah, so
Yeah.
What?
I'm really sorry. I don't know how much I don't know if you like woke up with amnesia, like it's like the plot of a really interesting adventure story, but why did you make me do this, Hattie? And I guess your ship was sunk, and if that was your ship, and
Well, it wasn't my ship.
we I mean only you know that. I wasn't there. But
Yeah.
whoever the ship was sunk by the Dayweaver Armada, and any crewmates on that ship were killed, and then their bodies were stolen.
Everyone? Like,
I think it just said all the bodies
And
were
so all
collected.
the bodies that were collected were stolen.
So anyone that didn't survive the
Is
sinking.
yeah.
Was given over to
The
the
generals
organization
of the
the
death,
generals
probably.
on death that were
Yeah.
trying to take down.
Sorry.
cool. This is...
A little. You all right?
Yeah. totally fine over here.
Oh my god.
Hattie's gonna like come and like sit next to her and like kind of wrap an arm around her and be like, it's all right.
Would you like me to go to the beach and get some worms for you or something? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go do that. I guess, and we can I think it might be best if we pause our discussion for now and regroup within like a little bit.
Yeah.
Get some
one more
calm
thing.
down.
One more thing. I had a premonition. So
Oh shoot. Okay, that.
nothing huge, nothing that actually matters, but you know, the whole we having powers thing seems to be an actual thing that's happening.
Okay. That's really
like Teth is like bawling, but she's like, yeah, she saw somebody trip.
Oh no! And Kai's like, oh. Kai's like visibly uncomfortable, and he's like, oh, that's really great. I'm glad you saw someone trip. I'm gonna go get those worms now. And he like runs out.
I take Parsley off of my shoulder with my little bird pet, and I put it in front of Teth so she can pet him or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I just like hold him.
Oh, this is heartbreaking.
Hattie's just like still just kind of hugging her, just trying to, you know, comfort her.
All right, I'm gonna. Kai's like kind of frantic. Like, I don't think that he's good with emotion. Like, yes, he's a physic. Yes, he helps people, like, and heals people and stuff. But like, if someone in front of him starts crying, he's just like panic mode, like mega social anxiety. I don't know what I'm doing right now. So he's probably just kind of like running around like, where do I find worms? Where can I get worms? Why did I decide worms? I could have gotten like a sandwich or a drink, and I picked worms. I picked worms. This is great.
Okay. Do you want me to let you roll for worms? Or?
Yeah, roll for worms. Okay,
Roll for worms.
I guess.
Please make that a t-shirt.
Oh, is that
Roll for worms.
is that an animal handling? Is that nature?
Are you gonna charm the worms?
Survival? Can I try? Oh, I don't think I can charm the
Use that
worms.
stick that like calls all the worms to it.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen that thing where you like stick a stick in the dirt and like rub it, and the vibrations make the worms come out?
What? No.
No.
I saw. I don't know if okay.
it's cool.
I don't think people would just go on the internet and tell lies. But earlier today, I saw a meme about how to summon worms from the ground, and I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like a specific technique.
Have you seen like that Tumblr post about that competition where kids try to compete to see how many worms they can get to come out of the earth?
No.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna say animal handling. Worms are animals, and I'm gonna handle these animals.
Okay. Sure, go ahead.
Try
I
to,
don't have a DC for worm handling.
try to convince
but...
them that you're going to pick them up and not lead them to their death.
Yeah. So that was a pretty. Whatever DC you would have had wouldn't have passed. I got an 8.
They're worms.
They're worms.
They have worm brains. I don't know.
I get one worm. I'm gonna say
I'm gonna let you get. Okay, I'll let you get a maximum of 5 worms.
a maximum of 5 worms. All right, and also Kai picks them up and he's like, he's like upset about these worms.
Like holding them out as far away from you as you possibly can as you run back.
I wouldn't want to put them in like one of my bags because then they're gonna get like worm juice inside the bag. So he's just running with his arms outstretched, cupping these worms, like gagging, like, oh god.
and then you run into the tavern with
Holding worms.
Yes.
I need someone to draw a picture of that, like, immediately.
Oh my god.
With worms in his hands. Arms akimbo, just running.
And he still has the double booty shot.
Oh my god! All right. Oh, God. Yeah. And he just like jumps them in front of Teth, and they're like on the table, like wiggling. He's like, please eat them. Oh, God. Oh.
The barkeep watches you come in with handfuls of worms and set them down on his table in his restaurant. He gives you the dirtiest look.
Wait, why did she just get food from the restaurant?
I panicked, okay?
Thank you for the worms.
You're welcome.
She's crying and shoving worms into her mouth.
We're gonna get banned from the tavern.
Why don't we take this back up to our room?
Yeah.
There are other patrons in here watching this go down.
Watching like
They've been
I'm
present
gonna
for the
herd my
10
children up to the room.
yeah.
They've been present for the 10 minutes it took you to run out of the tavern and then run back in with handfuls of worms. And they're just staring at all of you like, what in the world? Oh. Oh, God. Okay. I guess you guys go back up to your room. What are you doing when you get there?
I guess.
I think it's
It's not that
need
late
to
in the day.
sit
It's
down
only
and
like
talk about
afternoon.
tarot.
yeah, I know that, but you're bringing the cry party up to the room.
I'm
So you're
gonna
not
sit
disturbing
down.
the other patrons.
Lezeth
Tears
is
of
gonna sit
sadness
down
and
start
tears of
carving
disgust.
something.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out one of my little wooden blocks and start carving something.
So
Hattie's gonna continue her needlework from last night.
Okay.
I'm making.
Wow, y'all really said it's arts and crafts time right now.
Here, you know what? I'll give Teth some like needle and thread, and I'll try and teach her while I'm talking
okay.
to like get her hands on something.
Other than
Not thinking
worms.
about it. Yeah.
Wipes the dirt off your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like a mom who's like washing her children's hands off. I'm like, oh my god,
You picked up worms from the ground outside?
we need to do something constructive. I need to get you guys out of trouble.
Okay, so now that we've all calmed down and have moved to our respective arts and crafts, I don't think Kai has a funny art and craft.
I'll give Kai some fabric and needle and thread.
Yes!
Keeping your children busy at this point.
He's practicing his
I'm
surgery
teaching them life
stitches.
skills, okay?
Sit down and be quiet for a second.
This is the one you do when there's a scar on when there's a cut on someone's elbow and they have to bend it. This is the stitch you use, and he's like demonstrating. All right. So now that we've all calmed down, I guess we should go. Oh man, I'm tired. This worm's really taken out of you. I guess we should discuss how the carnival a little more, and then Lezeth, I'd like to discuss your premonition a little more about tripping. Should I like make sure I keep my shoes tied extra tight, or like what?
I honestly don't know. I was just walking with Teth back to the tavern. We didn't learn anything from the guards, by the way. They know nothing of tarot or a serial killer.
That's great.
We were walking back, and I don't know, I felt this pressure on my shoulders, and then it sort of distorted everything. Like, stuff started to slow down, and then it stopped, and it sped up, and then it like slowed down again. And I was watching this guy in front of me trip, and he tripped and landed on his face, and then everything just reversed. And then I had to watch it again as he tripped and fell on his face. But then everything kept going. Like, his partner picked him up, and we just kept on walking. I saw it before it happened.
So wait, was he the one doing the time thing, or do you think that was just like an effect of the time thing?
Well,
Because
I
like I
think
feel like if you had time powers and you reset time to stop yourself from tripping. You wouldn't still
Yeah,
trip after
that's
you
what I was.
reset time.
That's what I was just about to say. And I don't think I had any control over it. It just happened. I didn't know it was going to happen, how or when it was going to happen.
Okay.
It just happened.
That's good, because I would be concerned if you rewound time to watch a man trip twice. Like, that's a little sadistic.
Maybe I did it subconsciously.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
So, I guess we can deal with that when we deal with that. I don't even know what my power is. Like, knowing me, it's probably gonna be like, you can summon, like, scalpels. Actually, that would be pretty badass.
Summon scalpels?
I
Okay,
was thinking
first off,
medical related.
first off, you already had a little thing that happened
I did?
in the heist. In the heist episode,
What?
You didn't
I didn't
catch
write
it.
that down!
It was
I didn't
so
write that
subtle.
down.
It was
Oh,
so
God.
subtle you didn't catch it. But back when you were healing somebody during the heist, you had an extra little bump to the amount that you healed them past what you would normally do.
Oh, that's what
It's
that
so-
second plus
it's
one
so
is.
subtle.
Okay,
Yes, it's so subtle.
cool. Next time I will be better about writing stuff like that down. So I'm sure Kai didn't even I'll just add that to the canon that he didn't realize that wasn't a thing. Like, he was just like, man, I'm really
He
doing
probably
good
didn't even
today."
notice it.
So, we've all had something happen to us now. The strings, the future. I was able to read a language I didn't know.
Oh shoot!
What are our names again within the prophecy? I can't find it in my notes.
The prophecy's pinned. It's when the druid falls, future will awaken. When the healer falls, the pardon will rise. When the haunted falls, the codex will stir. When the entertainer falls, the strings will emerge.
Oh shoot! Okay. God, I feel like I should have analyzed that more. I'm a terrible D&D player. Oh man.
So that kind of confirms it, right? That we're actually part of this prophecy.
I think so.
I think so, because everyone has now had.
Because I mean, the mention of the druid and a few other things kind of clued us in that maybe it did have to do with us, especially seeing as how we came back to life. But now that we've all experienced some sort of weird happening. It's sort
Yeah,
of-
and Teth hasn't even told anybody about
I thought she
the fact
Did
that
I not tell you guys? I thought I
think
said I
so.
was.
Yeah, she told us at some
Oh,
point when
she
we
told
died.
us.
Oh, okay.
She didn't
Oh
tell
yeah,
us
when we
we
were
in Sage Lake.
doing like the prayer circle with Alicia,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
when
she
it came
probably
up.
said something about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
yeah.
no, I mean, you had a whole thing, I think, before we did the heist, where your full power awakened.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
But I don't think you told anybody that happened.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think we
it,
just
so I
went
guess
into
not.
the heist, and then nothing came of that.
Yeah. I forgot about that part. I just remembered she told us that she saw strings.
Yeah, I only remember that
yeah,
part.
she
I don't
told you
remember
about the
whatever else it was that happened.
There was like a whole monologue that I read at the beginning of that episode, and then I don't think we ever addressed it. I think we hopped right from that to booty shorts.
Oh,
So
man, I was-
Yeah, that's exactly what we needed to do, because the booty shorts were the most important part. But
of course,
Yeah, Teth completely forgot about it because she was too worried about the booty shorts.
Oh my god, that's very in character.
Completely forgot about the fact that she can manipulate the fate of the dice, essentially.
yeah.
It's because the booty shorts were more
Well,
important.
when
Yeah.
it comes up, we'll talk about it.
But I guess, and so now I'm saying this in character. So, I guess, okay. I guess now we can kind of decipher that. I guess, did we decipher that prophecy already, or did we just say, let's leave it for another time, and now's the other time? Because we've been doing that a lot lately. Just like, oh, we'll figure that out later.
I
Well,
mean, we kind of already...
yeah.
There's the last line. When the four facets of fate return, a challenge of great evil will await them.
So if we're the four facets, I think we know what the great evil is.
Oh, shoot.
That would be the Generals of Undeath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've gotta... Ooh. Oh, I have heartburn. That's scary. I don't like that. I don't wanna fight anyone. I just wanna go home. Like, I know I talk a lot of smack about, like, helping people out, but, like, I feel like fighting a serial killer is a little above my pay grade.
Same.
I guess we gotta do it, though.
I mean, I hadn't... until Melora sent me on my journey and gave me the vision that she did, I hadn't left my little cabin in the woods for at least 3 years.
I mean, that kind of sounds really peaceful. Well, I guess to you it might be like really great that your patron sent you a message, but like, I want to live in a cabin in the woods for 3 years. That sounds great.
It was great. I just got to live off the land and...
Very cottagecore of you. So anyways, I guess now with the carnival or the Circus Enigma, I guess now we should look into seeing, like, I wonder if they have like a traveling schedule, if we could figure out where they were found last, because I think that's a biggie.
Who would have information on something like that? Specifically, which building within the city?
I think we could probably go back to the records office because they would probably have to get a permit or something to set up camp. Or maybe... Yeah, no. I guess that would be it. I was going to say maybe the bank, but I doubt that anyone would be like pulling out tons of money to go to see the circus.
Maybe I should just ask him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could put a note in the
I've
journal.
met Taro before.
Wait, okay.
That's what you meant.
Well, you just said that out of nowhere.
I know.
I thought when you said asked him, I thought you meant...
But you meant Craven.
No.
Yeah.
I met him.
How are you gonna ask him? What?
I have sending.
How do you know Taro?
Hattie is going to pull out her journal and she's going to flip it open very slowly, and out from it she's going to pull a tarot card out.
Oh God.
And show it.
What tarot card is it?
It's the Tower.
Oh God. That's not great. I might not know about tarot cards, but I know that one sucks.
Mm-hmm. I could always just ask him, I guess. I mean, I think he'll know we're coming if we're coming.
Yeah, I mean, I guess how do you... Oh,
Yeah,
my brain is breaking.
Yeah, can we get the whole story here? Did Taro try to kill you?
Can we start from the beginning, please?
Well, you know what? I don't need the whole story. Whatever you're comfortable with giving.
I don't want to burden you all with the story, at least now. Maybe later on, but let's just say I'm the one that got away, I guess. He just... I don't know what it was. He didn't kill me. He could have. He tried. It didn't work for some reason. And I'm still here.
Okay. Thank you. But
you think if you sent him a message and asked him, he would actually answer?
He's the kind of person that probably would.
I guess.
Want to toy with me or something. I don't know.
I mean, if he I mean, there's some form of respect there. If he let you leave, maybe you could set up some sort of... I feel bad asking you for this, though. It seems like that would be a traumatic experience, and I don't want to push it. I guess fate is asking us to push it, but that seems rude.
But I've been looking for him, so it's not like I wasn't not looking for him, you know? That's why I set out from home, you know?
Mm-hmm. So how would you contact him?
I mean, I know what he looks like, and I've talked to him before. I've spent a lot of time with him, actually.
Okay.
So I know him pretty well. I could easily send a spell to him, a sending spell.
I guess if that's... I mean, it seems a lot faster than asking, like, hey, do you guys... Like, he might not even be with the carnival. That could be just a coincidence. So I guess if you're comfortable with that, if you want to send him a message, then by all means go for it. You're an adult.
Oh, I just don't know what to say. That's out of character. I just don't know what to say. I've been having this idea for a while. I just don't know what to say.
Hattie,
Just like...
Hattie, do you think...
Send him you up.
Hattie, do you think he would respond or answer your question if you asked him where he is?
I don't know.
Think it could be that straightforward?
He might just to toy with me. Maybe he thinks I'll find him and he can finally kill me, you know?
Or
I won't let that happen. I'm built different. He won't get you.
Oh, God.
okay, so I don't know how it is that you know him, and I don't know how it was that you two left off, however you knew each other. I don't know the whole story, but if you acted like you wanted to meet with him, or like you wanted to see him again for whatever reason, do you think he would actually give you a location to go visit? And we could ambush him?
Maybe I could ask him to meet us here. I could tell him where I am, even.
That might not be a great idea because then
Yeah,
we
don't
have
tell
Alicia's
him
whole
where you-
situation.
Yeah, do not tell him where you are.
What about a place to meet?
Place to meet would be okay. But before we put that into motion, you know Taro, so what are your thoughts on us making him our next target?
Yeah, our
definitely.
odds.
Kill. I don't know how powerful he is. I don't know everything about him or anything.
I meant more,
But-
are you okay with killing him?
Oh, certainly.
Okay, great.
That's the
Okay.
whole reason I'm here.
That's cool. Because I was gonna be fine just like tying him up and like carrying him like a backpack if that's what you wanted.
No. I want him dead.
Okay, that's good. That's great.
Okay,
That's
we can
great.
work with that.
We don't have to dance around that anymore. I guess if we want, I have an idea. It might be really crappy and we don't have to do it. But like, why not? Oh shoot! Remember that tower that we woke up in? That seems like a pretty out of the way place that isn't near any like major cities. We could say meet us there in a month and a half, and then
He would know where that is too, since the guy was one of the.
yeah.
Thing is, it's gonna stink when we go there, because there's a lot of dead bodies that we left behind.
Oh no! I thought I at least buried the tiefling.
Did we
I remember
bury-
doing it.
Did we
Did
bury
the
all of them?
bodies.
I think
I
so.
don't
I
think
don't
we
know,
buried all
did
of
you?
them.
I mean, this is out of character. I will go back and listen to that episode and let y'all know.
Yeah, I'm not sure,
need
like
to
out of
worry about
character.
body
I don't
stink.
remember if we buried all the bodies or not. I thought we just...
I don't think we did. I think
we left them.
we just set the animals free and kind of left.
Yeah, we set the animals
Wait.
free. But all the other people that were left in there. So,
I mean, I guess if we want, we could say give us 2 weeks to clean up.
The tower's gonna be pretty rank if we go in
Well,
there.
it'll take like a month to get there. And then like a couple weeks. Oh, so it'll take like a month to get to Delmount. And then wasn't it like a week or two to get to the tower?
I think it.
Yeah.
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 So a month and a half. If we have no interruptions, which I don't know how good our luck will be, that might be a good idea.
We could do more time and then have time to prepare, stop in Delmount,
I could see
Get
how Squeaks is doing.
things.
And then I guess that will help because I could get some more supplies if we need to do any on-the-spot healing and stuff like that.
Maybe get some help too if we need it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess I could...
Pull in
Oh, God.
some favors or something. I don't know.
I know Durgax owes me, but I don't really want to go look at him. But I guess if I have to... Alright.
So, should I
I
send
guess...
the spell?
Yeah, sounds like a good course of action to me. It's up to you.
Okay.
How long does it take to get from Delmount to Sage Lake? It took like
A month.
a month.
A month, yeah.
Would it be?
So I was gonna say like 2 months,
Yeah, just like...
because then that gives us time to get to Delmount, spend some time there, and then get to the tower.
Yeah.
And clean up for your special guests.
Yeah. And set out some
That's
edible arrangements.
Set
We
up
found Dew
charcuterie
Tower.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty
And-
far in advance.
Get some
I
party
think it could work.
poppers.
If he doesn't show up,
Oh God. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cast the sending spell to Dougal / Tarot.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say, I think it's finally time we ended this whole charade between us. Meet me at the Chimera's tower in 2 months' time. And then that was his code name, right? Chimera?
Yeah, I was. Or was he the... Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Chimera.
It was Chimera.
Yeah, he was Chimera.
He was Chimera, and then we called him the Puppet Master. The funky dude
Yeah.
that we had to fight.
So meet me at the Chimera's tower in 2 months' time. And then I'll end it there.
Okay. And there's a few moments of silence. And you hear a voice creeping into your ear.
You see Hattie cringe when she hears it too.
Well, if it isn't the little tower that fell down. I'll see you then. And that's the end.
The hair on the back of my neck is just like straight up. Oh, sounds like a creep.
What did he say?
He said he'd see us then. Well, see me. I didn't tell him about you guys, of
Oh,
course.
good,
Okay,
'cause
cool.
We're planning on ambushing him and killing him.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we have a plan. Well, I guess a semblance of a plan.
Now we just have to make the long journey back to Delmount
Oh, God.
and go back to that frickin' tower.
Well, while on the way back, I guess I can get really good at my needle point. I'll teach you all how to suture a wound. Did I tell you guys about the
Okay.
time that I had to sew an ear back onto a guy's head after a bar fight?
And that is where we're going to end this session. on the fade to black as you start teaching them about medical medical things. Like, we're gonna fade to black.
Lezeth is actually pretty interested because she just got
Okay.
some skills in medicine.
Alright, that is gonna be the end of this session. Hello everybody, I'm your Dungeon Master, Gabrielle, and I just want to say thank you so much for listening to this episode of Use Your Imagination. You can follow the show at Dungeons Doodles on Twitter. Don't forget to visit our website, dungeonsanddoodles.weebly.com, to find more information about the show, the hosts, and where you can access transcripts for past and future episodes. You can stream Use Your Imagination on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Podbean. If you'd like to support the series, make sure to leave us a review on iTunes. Again, thank you. I hope you'll be joining us next time.